Hello, all my beautiful souls, and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Pisces for the month of June 2022. I hope all my Pisces friends are doing well. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is a spread that I have for you today, dear Pisces. In the past position, we have the Judgment card, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. In the challenging position, we have the Two of Wands, clarified by the Two of Swords. In the present position, we have the Ace of Wands, clarified by the Five of Wands. And in the future outcome position, we have the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Two of Wands. Very interesting spread. Let's get right into it. Definitely the month of June is going to have some delays for you. You may feel like there's not a whole lot of progress happening in the month of June. That is because the universe is recalibrating certain situations so that you have the best possible outcomes coming up towards the end of July and August. But let's get right into the spread. In the past position, it does look like there was a major decision that you've made. You unburden yourself as well because you have the Judgment card in the past position. These three people that we see rise up out of the tomb represent your rising up from the ego consciousness. You are less concerned with the ego and more concerned with more eternal things. And so the Judgment card here symbolizes the change and the transformation that you have experienced as a result of making an important decision in your life. You were able to reflect, you were able to think about certain things in your life, certain situations in your life as well, and you wanted to change some things, and there was luck because you do have the Wheel of Fortune that brings luck to this combination, but also the Wheel of Fortune is a destiny card. When destiny shows up, there's really not much you can do. Because we live in a dual world. We live in a world where, and this is the only planet that does this, because remember, planet Earth is a school, and so it is the only planet that gives you free will. But we live in a dual world where, on one hand, you have the destiny, something that is already written beforehand for you, but then you also are given free will, which is a choice that you can, exercise, if you will, once you decide which direction you want to take in your life. But this is a very significant combination because Judgment is saying that your thinking, basically, as a result of the major decision in the past, has elevated you. Your consciousness is becoming stronger. It's becoming more aware. You are realizing all kinds of things that are happening around you, much better. Your eyes are more opened, if you will, to receiving life, to enjoying this journey, where you find yourself at. But the Wheel of Fortune definitely is a luck, very much needed luck that is provided to you by the destiny. So definitely there may be some anxiety associated anytime there's a major change, a major decision that has been made. There's also some anxiety and some worry, which is quite natural. It's absolutely natural. Even the strongest minds worry and have anxiety. But in the challenging position, we do have the Two of Wands clarified by the Two of Swords. And this is where you may be feeling a little bit frustrated in the month of June by some delays that may be happening in different situations, maybe in a professional setting for you, maybe in a personal setting for you. But things things are, be prepared to exercise patience in the month of June. Definitely make sure to meditate, make sure to drink plenty of water, make sure to walk in nature so you can connect with something bigger than yourself. And most of all, make sure to do grounding techniques and cleansing of energy with sage, with crystals, with, many different rituals that you can do. But you definitely, when you are worried and you have a certain amount of anxiety, that is definitely a good time to increase protecting your energy, because you only have so much. You have a limited life force energy, and you want to make sure to protect it. You don't want to squander it on worrying, because worrying oftentimes is just a bad habit. Worrying brings about more worrying, does not bring about solutions, because you attract what you think about, right? So if you think positively and you think, I have all the abundance, I have all the love, I have whatever else, that is what you attract. But when you worry, you tend to attract more negativity. So it's important to meditate, because meditation helps you cleanse your energy of other people's opinions, of other people's input, of other people's advice as well. But definitely the Two of Wands here definitely tells me that there may be some fear that you're experiencing in the month of June, that perhaps you made a wrong choice. I think it is self-doubt that is creeping, in you. You may be a little bit confused as to what to do next, and so you may be copying others. You may be easily led by other people because you're not kind of wanting to step out and take a risk, or step up and take a risk, if you will. You may be not super happy with your achievements as well in the month of June. So definitely make sure that you go easy on yourself. The worst thing you can do is to beat yourself up. Oh, I'm wrong about this. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said this, and whatever else. It's very, very important to remember, the universe loves you when you are human, and the universe doesn't really care about the accomplishments. I mean, the accomplishments are important, but what the universe cares is about how you experience being human, and the kindness and the compassion that you first of all send to yourself, that you learn from a relationship with yourself, right? Because that is the longest relationship that you have. Not with your children or your parents or or anyone. It's the relationship with yourself that has to be strong, that has to be brave and courageous and balanced and all those wonderful things, in order for you to achieve amazing results as you move through this journey. But we do have the Two of Swords in the clarifying position, so there may be some confusion in the month of June regarding some plans that may be coming up. Again, it's very important to quiet your mind, to find a place where you can feel still at a moment, where your soul, where your heart, where your mind just feels that stillness, because that is when you are most connected with Source, and that is when you are healing the most. That is when your energy is restored the most, and that is important to be aware of. Now, in the present position, we do have the Ace of Wands. The universe is giving you literally a wand where you can wave and make a wish come true. The universe is on your side. It's working with you to create the life that you want to live, and it is very supportive. And so, it's very important to remember that when you receive the Ace of Wands, that is a good omen from the divine. The divine is giving you drive and energy, but most important, the divine here is saying, go for it. You have the momentum. You have the universe behind, kind of putting wind in your sails. And it's saying, go realize your potential, go create, go achieve, go get what will make your soul happy, what will make your heart happy. And as a result, you will make other people around you happy, because when you are happy, that translates to others as well. The most important thing here is take a chance, take a risk, say yes instead of saying no. Go to that lunch or to that event instead of saying no. The divine here is saying be bold, be driven, be courageous, because the Ace of Wands is all about expansion. It's all about growing and achieving more in your life. And as a result, there may be a little bit of a competition. You know, we do have the Five of Wands here in the clarifying position, but the Five of Wands is a rather positive card. It's not a super negative card like a Five of Swords, if you will. You will be recognized for the work that you've done. You will be recognized for the accomplishments that you have reached. You may not think you have done a lot, but other people certainly think that you have done quite a lot, and they are impressed by your progress. So, you know, do remember that and be aware of that. You are being noticed. You are being recognized for all the work and all the effort that you have shown in the past. We do see that towards the end of June, you have the Nine of Swords, which is a card of anxiety and worry and feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Again, that is normal. There is nothing out of ordinary. You know, people sometimes take on too much responsibility. Sometimes people worry about the outcome, which of course is normal, because it's normal to worry about the outcome of something you started. It's normal to worry about a new project or a new undertaking. You know, what if it doesn't turn out as well as you would like it? But again, this is where meditating comes in. You know, the more you meditate, the more your thoughts are organized. And then once you reach a certain level in meditation, you don't allow your thoughts to play tricks on you, right? You know you are going to achieve amazing things. So your worry is like a trick in your mind that tries to kind of derail you. But it's not true. And so again, it is important to remember that even though you may feel overwhelmed by priorities that are changing, by having to switch your attention to many different tasks, it may stress you out. It may create, you know, some low vibrational feelings inside of you. But again, that just makes you stronger. You know, the more you resist, the more you stay positive, the more you stay in high vibration, the more you move away from I am a victim mentality to I am a badass hero. I am, you know, amazing. I believe in myself. I am my own savior. I am a star seed. I am a God particle. You know, the more you realize how absolutely unique you are, and how many things had to have happened in order for you to enjoy this journey, you know, definitely you would be much easier on yourself if you were able to see what others see in you. But let's see what we can clarify with the Shaman Dream Oracle card that I pulled earlier. And we do have Covenant, Sacred Contract. Very interesting. That card does not come up very often, but it's all about the greater good. You are being invited by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. The Covenant card may also be a call to recognize that an ancient agreement you made with Spirit needs to be renewed, revised, or canceled and torn up. A covenant must be founded on the truth, not your truth or his truth or her truth, but a greater truth that takes the destiny of all into account. The covenant is not about your agenda only. Spirit must be invited to come to the table as guarantor of the good faith of all, and to ensure that the direction you are embarking in will be for the greater good. So it does seem like your worry is justified. There may be some things that are happening which kind of worry you, but remember, the universe sees conversations you do not. The universe sees situations that you may not, and so it is bringing the best for you, and that should help you elevate alleviate the anxiety you may be feeling. But let's see what we can clarify with the mystical wisdom card that I also pulled. And we've got resilience, rise above tribulations. Wonderful. Definitely increase your vibration, increase your frequency, because the more you increase your frequency, the better you have chances to manifest things that you want to see in your life. It is important to protect your energy. It is important to protect your frequency from negativity, from low vibrations, from being pulled down into, the underworld, if you will. I hope you enjoyed this reading, dear Pisces. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I will see you next time.